I believe like you don't have a subscription. Do you have a subscription with you? Person who is sharing your screen, like you have a subscription with you?
Oh, sorry, I was talking on mute. Just signed
Okay.
up for the account.
Okay, I think you don't have the subscription, so you can't able to do it for today. Not a problem. You just try to subscribe with the subscription, and then from tomorrow you can just share your screen. It will be helpful.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. I appreciate it. Guys, anyone who has a subscription can share your screen so that we will quickly make a start of it. Okay, perfect. All good. Now just go to the resource group. Resource group. Yeah. And you have one thing that need to be deleted. Okay. Before we make a start, the disk should be clean. Okay. So have a habit. If you just created for practicing, all good. So before the class starts, we will delete it. We'll keep the disk clean and then we'll do it. You know how to delete, I believe. Just click on the RG2. And in mid of the screen, you have delete resource group option. Yeah. So let the deletion complete. Till that, we'll wait for a minute.
Satish,
Yes.
can you ask him to just increase the size of the font? I mean the
Okay.
resolution of the screen.
Okay. Yeah. Can you just click on the three dotted line at the top and can you increase the size of it? Even it will be better for me as well. So make it 120, 120. 125. Perfect. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, it's better now.
Yeah. Thank you. And guys, just give me 1 minute alone. I'm just doing something. Okay, perfect. I'm back. So we have deleted this RG2. So all good. Now, if you just refresh your complete browser, you can't able to see any resource groups. Now, quickly, let me open my notes and we will do today's curriculum. So today we are going to talk about one particular topic that is known as storage account. So last class, we had a view on hierarchy of Azure, and then we had a view on creating a budget. And then we had a simple talk about what is cloud and other things that makes better. So now let's make a quick start and we will learn about today's topic, which is nothing but a storage account. So before talking about that, let me share my screen, and this is something really important that you need to understand. So today the topic would be on storage account. I share my screen.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So basically what we do, like when we try to create a storage account, you would have noticed that we would be selecting a region. So yesterday we selected a region that is known as Central India. And inside Central India, there will be multiples of data center. Okay. So there is one data center, there is another data center, and there is another data center. And usually, as per Azure terminology, they call it as zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. This is something important. Most of the people, they think that a region, Central India, that is known as a data center. No, a region is nothing but collection of data centers, multiple of data centers that forms a region. Okay. Now, if you just select a region as a Central India, your storage account will be created in any one of the data center. Either it can be created in the zone number 2 or zone number 3 or zone number 1. Okay, I'm not sure about it. You have a capability only to choose a region, not the data center. Okay, so multiples of data center that forms a region, and as per terminology of Azure, they call it as a zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. Everyone are clear?
Yes.
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 This
So
is
Yes.
across
something
the
important.
Azure, there are only 3 zones.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try to have a learn of storage account, and you can share your screen, please.
And Satish, before that, like, where are these zones located geographically?
These zones, all the zones which are located within the Central India. Okay, and I'm not sure which place it is exactly, and we can't
Mhm.
able to determine it.
Okay.
Either it can be in Mumbai or either it can be Kolkata. I'm not sure. Anyway, but the region is Central India. Okay. The person who shared your screen earlier, you can make a share. We will quickly make a start. Yeah. Now let's type storage account in the search. Yeah. Click on the storage account and just click on a create button. And you know very well that the hierarchy of Azure, first we have to have a subscription to create this. We already have it. We don't have any resource group. Let's create a new resource group for today. So click on create new and give a name called RG1. Okay. Either you can create the resource group first and then you can create a storage account, or during the runtime itself, you can create a resource group. Always use small letters when you work on a cloud. Okay. Don't use any capital letter. And I gave you the reason why it is. Okay. All good. Click on OK. Now you have to give a name for your storage account. So just give a name of yourself, Christopher, and today date. Okay. And which region you want to host? You can choose any region that you like, but when you work with me, just choose Central India. Okay. Now that question is not mandatory because you don't see the star button over there. So ignore it. Come to the next one, performance. There are like two types of performance a day. One is standard, another one is the premium. And you know the difference between the naming convention of standard and premium. So when you choose premium, you get the premium service of Azure. If you
Sorry
choose
to
standard,
interrupt.
yes,
Uh, this session is not. I think this session is not recording.
no, the recording has started. Okay, I have cross confirmed it. It's started. Okay,
Oh,
okay,
Uh,
not a problem.
Satish, are these creating the storage accounts? Does it incur cost?
Which means
I mean, creating a storage account here, do we have to pay to the Microsoft, or
I
is it
think
free
like
of charge?
no. This is your first class or the second class?
This is my first class.
That's the reason. Okay. And we have spoken about this on the day one. Okay. You can have a check of it. So you will get to know in a
Okay.
detailed format. I could not able to comment on a single line. We are using a free trial. and it will consume charges. And you can just check the first day recording so that you will have a clear idea on it. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Now let's come to the next one, which is known as a redundancy. Okay. Redundancy, there are like multiple redundancies are there. One is like LRS, GRS, ZRS, and GZRS. And what are these? Let's learn about that in a detailed way. Okay. Let's learn about the first one, which is known as locally redundant storage. Now you open a new tab of your browser and just type Azure Storage Account LRS. Just open a new tab in your browser. Just type Azure Storage Account LRS and hit the button. Click on the images. Now there is a first images there. Now right click on the image, open that on a new tab. Right click, first image, open. No. Open image on a new tab. Right click. Yeah, click on it. Go to the tab. Okay, just bit zoom it. Perfect, makes sense. Now guys, what is LRS? Now you selected a primary region. What is a primary region? Central India. And you know very well that inside a region, there will be multiples of data center. And it can be any data center. So inside one data center, your storage account is going to be created and which is going to have 3 copies. First of all, what is storage account? Storage account is a place where you can just keep any of your objects. What is object? You can just keep your image, you can keep your video, you can keep your XML, you can keep your YML, you can keep your PDF, text, whatever the file that you like. Okay, you can put it into the storage account and which will preserve for you. Okay, so it's a kind of a storage place where you can store any of your data. Now let's take an example that you uploaded one PDF to the storage account. So basically that particular PDF will be saved as a 3 different copies. Why they need to save it as a 3 different copies? Because the reason is very simple. If the one file got corrupted or if it has some problem, the other file is going to help you. Just think that you have an important PDF you have uploaded to the storage account. Okay, so later point when you open it after 2 days, 3 days later, you get an error message that this file cannot be opened for you or this file got corrupted. We are sorry. If you get that message, will it be good or will it be bad?
It's
Right?
not good.
It's not good, right? Because you trusted on Azure and you kept your data over there. So if the file is corrupted, then there is a problem over there. So it should not happen. So that's the reason basically Azure will take a 3 different copy of your particular object so that if the one file has some problem, the other file is going to help you. In a similar way, how typically we have a mobile phone, and if there is an important file that we have, or picture or a video, we just transfer it to the laptop to have a secondary copy of it, or we just push it to the Google Drive so that if the phone is not working, if the phone is stolen or broken or some incident happens, the data which is inside the phone is very safe and secure. Like the same way, the cloud is having multiple copies of the objects. This concept is known as LRS. Everyone are clear? Can I quickly have one round of S now?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Satish.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay.
Yes.
Now let's learn about the next one. I appreciate the people. Thank you. And let's go to the next one. Click on it. Yeah, click on the portal.azure.com. And here you have the next one, which is known as GRS. Now you know what to do. Go to the Google search engine and remove the L and put it G. Okay, hit the button. Again, the first image is going to be the best image. Right click, open on the new tab. Yeah, open that tab. Just again, make a zoom of it. Perfect. Perfect. All good. Now, there are 2 regions are there. One is the primary region. What is a primary region? You choose Central India. So inside Central India, there will be one data center, which we know. And inside that data center, one storage account will be created. And inside that storage account, there will be multiples of copies are going to be there. Okay. This structure is known as LRS. And the same way, there will be a secondary region. You cannot select the secondary region. Okay, you cannot say that my secondary region should be East US or my secondary region should be South India. You cannot make a decision call. the decision maker is Azure. Okay, you have a capability to only to select the primary region, not the secondary region. Okay, so automatically Azure will select a secondary region for you, and inside that region also there will be multiples of data center, because we know that inside a region there will be multiples of data center, and inside one data center your storage account is going to be created, and inside that it's going to have a 3 different copies. This kind of a structure is known as GRS. Why do we need to have LRS and why do we have a GRS? What is the key difference between them? Because the reason is very simple. If you just go into LRS, you can able to see that only one data center is there and which has 3 different copies. Now, there is a huge flood or an earthquake or some storm, any natural disaster that can come at any point of time, right? Because anything can happen. We cannot predict the future or nature. So now the complete data center broken into pieces of pieces. Now the 3 copies is going to help you, or the PDF which you have saved inside the data center, inside the central India, the data center completely went down, okay, due to some disaster. The file which you have saved inside the data center will have an impact that is 200%. Okay, so if you wish your files should not have an impact, you should select GRS, so that one particular region will be there and the same data is going to be duplicated in a different region and a different data center, and geographically there will be a lot of kilometer different, so that the impact will not be transferred from one place to another place. Your data will be having a greater availability when compared to LRS. Everyone are clear?
Yes.
Yes, Sadish.
Okay. Now let's learn about the next one. Go to the portal.azure.com.
And just to be, on the GRS. So as you said,
I
like
will
you are
1 minute. I will just take it up this question after a couple of minutes. Okay. Let
okay.
me complete this 4 thing. And you can go for the GRS. Just go to that Google search engine and just remove the G and make it Z. Again, the first image is going to be the best image. Open it on a new tab. Just give me 1 minute. Now, what is this ZRS? Now you have a primary region, and inside the primary region, you have multiple of data centers, as I mentioned earlier. And as per the Azure terminology, they call it as zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. Now your copy is going to have a 3 different copies, like copy 1 in one data center, another copy in another data center, another copy in another data center. This kind of a structure is known as ZRS. So what is the key difference between ZRS and the GRS? Now, for an example, you are creating an application called IRCTC. IRCTC, most of the people know that it's an Indian Railways ticket booking system. And who will be the major audience? It will be Indian people. There will not be a Canadian people or Australian people who is going to book a ticket for sure. There might be audience, very less. So now your data should be inside the India itself. It should not go outside, right? Because that's how the governance is there. So your data should not be present inside the another country. So if you need to have a setup like that, you can just choose ZRS, which is going to give a greater availability. Now, if you select Central India, your data is going to be within the Central India as a 3 different copies. If you choose GRS, your data can go to another region also, because the secondary region, I cannot make sure what would be. It can be US or it can be Australia, or it can be within India, South India also can be. Okay. So if you want to have ZRS, it will be having a 3 different copy, each copy in one data center. Even one data center goes completely down, not a problem. There are like other 2 data centers are there, which is going to give you a greater availability for your objects, which are saved inside the storage account. I hope everyone are clear with this. Can I have one more quick round of S if you're clear with ZRS?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
clear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now let's go to the portal.azure.com and try to learn the next one, GZRS. Okay, now you can go to the Google search engine and just type GZRS. And the first image would be the best image. Open that on a new tab. I think a screen is frozen for me, or how about others?
Yeah,
Ah,
same.
Yeah, it's
It's
frozen.
frozen.
okay. Christopher, like you
Hello?
can
Now I
just,
can hear you. Yeah,
yeah, now we can. Okay.
now I can hear
Now
you.
you can go to Google search engine and you can just type GZRS. Put a G in front of EZ. GZRS. Yeah. Now the first image is going to be the best image. Open that on a new tab. The next one. No. Second one. Yeah. Zoom it. And guys, the pixel might be a little bit broken here and there. Okay. When you view in your screen, okay, it might be better. Okay. But we can able to understand what is written over there. So now I'm not going to explain. You might be understanding from the diagram itself. This GZRS is nothing but it will have a primary region, and inside the primary region, 3 different data centers, zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, each will have one copy, and it will also have a secondary region, and the secondary region also which will have a 3 different copies. This structure is known as GZRS. So totally 2 regions are involved and 4 data centers are involved and 6 different copies are involved here. So which is going to give a greater availability if you choose this mechanism. And these are the different types of redundancy that we have: LRS, GRS, ZRS, and the GZRS. I hope everyone are clear with the complete concept of it. And all the images which we are seeing right now, it's provided by Microsoft. So it's a trusted image. It's not created by any end user, unauthorized user. Okay, it's being created by Microsoft. So you can trust this image. And this how the hierarchy or the structural design that would be working when it comes to redundancy. Everyone are clear with this concept?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that means in secondary region, all 3 copies will be in our same
Yes,
storage
Satish.
account.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Okay. Someone who blocked me in between, you're clear or you have any question now?
No, I'm clear right now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because most of your questions would be auto cleared. You can hold your breath for some time. So it will be auto cleared. Okay. So if you want to have a view on the images very clear, open it in your system. In a later point, you will have a better understanding. Okay. Now go to the portal.azure.com. I know that stop screen. No. Portal.azure.com. Yeah. Now we have to choose the redundancy. Now what redundancy that we have to choose? We have to choose LRS. Why do I need to choose LRS? Because the reason is very simple. We are doing a simple lab, correct? For the simple lab, do I need to have a big architectural design? Definitely the answer is no. Are we going to upload any confidential informations on the cloud? Definitely the answer is no. If the file is completely broken, do we have any problem? The answer is no. Then why do you want to choose something higher the ladder? So you can just choose LRS in this case because we are doing a simple lab. So click on LRS. If you choose higher the ladder, then the cost would be higher the ladder for sure. Okay. So when you get a greater benefits from the cloud, you need to pay more services. For an example, if you just take a cycle for a rent, 1 hour cost will be different. If you just take a car for a rent for 1 hour, the pricing will be different because the service is different, right? So the pricing will be different. So if you choose LRS, there will be a different charge. If you choose GRS, then it will be a different charge. Okay. Now click on review and create. It will spin up a new storage account for you. Click on review and create. And you know this is a validation page. If everything is correct, then you get the create button. Yeah, you can click on create button. So this will create a storage account for you. Okay. Inside the resource group called RG1. Okay, click on go to resource. Now the storage account has been created. Now you can able to see at the top, you have your name, Christopher, and today's date, which is the name of the storage account. And what is the service that we created? It's a storage account. You can able to see the name that is known as storage account. Now, when it comes to storage account, most of the people, which means like in terms of percentage, 95% of the people, they use one thing that is known as container. And let's try to learn about that. So you can just click on the left hand side, which is known as data storage. On the left hand side, you have multiple lists, right? Left hand side. Yeah, there is something called data storage. Yeah, expand it and you have a container. Just go inside the container and click on a create button. Let's create a new container. And you can give a name for the container as Azure. You can give any name that you like. Now you can follow me. Click on create button. So we are creating a container inside a storage account. Now you can just go inside the container of Azure. Now you can able to see there is an upload button. Okay. So inside this container, we are uploading the file. In your base machine, Christopher, if you have any kind of a dummy file, which is non-confidential, if you want to upload, you can upload it. Or if you don't have anything, create a new text document and upload it. Click on upload. If you have any dummy file inside your system, you can upload it. Browse for a file. Okay. Now we have uploaded a file. And if you just open that file, click on that guy. Yes. Now you have a URL. Copy that URL and open the notepad. Okay. Open a fresh notepad and paste this guy. Okay. Maximize the screen for the better view. Okay. The font size is low, but fine. We can able to see that. Now, yeah, better. Great, great. I appreciate. Now you can able to see the URL. And what is a URL? Can you able to try to break the URL and try to understand? It's a name of the storage account, which is Christopher and today's date is there. And we have something called Blob Core Windows Net. I'm not sure what is that, so let's ignore it. And next we have something called Azure, and it's something known as a container that we created. Yes, we are right. And we have one more thing, which is a name of the file, okay, which we uploaded. So that forms the complete URL right now. So if I share this URL with any of the end user, they can able to access this file or not. Let's have a check. Copy this completely, and it's already there in your clipboard, I believe. You can go to the browser and you can open the incognito window of your browser. Incognito window. Yeah, try to paste this guy and hit the enter button. You can't able to access this file. Even though the URL is correct, you can't able to access it because it is not publicly exposed. Okay, there is no public access. So this file, no one can able to view it until or unless you share it. Okay, now you want to make this file visible to the other people, or you want to share the URL so that the end user will hit it and they want to view the file. How it can be done? Let's try to learn it. So till now, what we have learned how to create a storage account and how to upload a file. Now we will read about how to share the file which has been inside the storage account if someone needs to access it. That is the next topic. Now below the delete button, you have something called generate SAS. Can you click on it? Yeah, generate SAS, SAS. Below the delete button, you have the guy. Yeah, click on it. Now, when you click on this generate SAS, you have one option which is known as sign in key. And if you select the drop down box, you will have two keys, key 1 and key 2. Now select the key 1. Okay, I will talk about this after 5-10 minutes later. Now just scroll down and you can able to see that there is a start time is there and there is a expiry time is there. And what is a start time? Start time which has been picked from his base machine. Okay, so basically when he clicks on that file, it was time was around like 5:48, so the time was there. So his region has been selected automatically, and the date is like 14 of next day, and around at 2 a.m. early in the morning this URL will expire. Okay, and as per his particular time zone. Now click on generate SaaS token and URL, the blue color button. Yeah, click on generate SaaS token and URL, the blue color button. You have to click on it. Yeah, now just scroll down. You have two things, the token and the URL. Copy that, copy the token first, put that in the notepad, use the clipboard option. Yeah, go to the notepad, paste this guy in the line number 2. Yeah, line number 3, better. And just go to the portal.azure.com, copy that guy and paste it in the line number 5. Okay, just come to the front. Okay, guys, now if you just look into the line number 1 and the line number 3, okay, which is a combination of line number 5. Okay, if you have a quite look into it, there will be a small question mark which will be in between. Okay, which forms the line number 5, the first line and the second line, which makes the third line. Okay, if you want to verify, it would be exactly similar. In between there will be a small question mark below. Now if you copy the line number 5 and if you paste it in the incognito window, now the people can able to access it. Okay, now go to the incognito window, just open a new tab and just try to paste it. See, the file is opening right now. Now what Christopher can do, he can just give this particular URL to the end users. So the end user, anyone who hits this particular URL on their browser, it will work. Okay, and it will not work after 2 o'clock, 2 a.m., 3 minutes a.m. in the morning. Later, this URL will not work and you have an expiry time here. Perfect. You made a good catch. Now, post this time, anyone hitting it, for an example, someone is hitting at 2:04, this URL will not work and that guy cannot able to open the PDF. Okay, so now Christopher needs to share it with someone. He can just make alteration in the date and time and he can just do it and he can just share it with someone so that the guy can able to access it. Everyone are clear till this point, and you know how to create a storage account, you know how to upload it, and you know how to share it with someone. Till this point, everyone are clear? A quick round of yes, no?
Yes.
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 Perfect.
I have a doubt.
Yes.
So, is it always the same way that we are going to create a container and upload a
Yep.
file inside the container?
Yes, the same mechanism.
Okay.
Okay. So now we just uploaded a file and we just had a share option and we did that. Everything works good. Now, since most of the people said yes, and let's have a small game here and let's try to understand even more higher the ladder how the process is working. Now you can open your notepad. Now, earlier, the line number 1, we tested it, it was not working. And the line number 5, we tested it, it was working. Okay, which has some token on top of it so that it is working. We all know that right now. And the token will expire when the time meets. What is the expiry time? Around 2 o'clock, 3 minutes in the morning, it will expire. We know that. Okay, now let's have an assumption that Christopher has shared this particular URL in the WhatsApp group. We have a group, right? Inside that group, he shared this URL, the line number 5. Now, everyone who hits it, they can able to access this file, correct? Because that time is still there. So we can able to access that file right now. Everyone in the world can able to access the file, right? Now, Christopher is feeling that, hey, I don't want the people to view this. He just get a mentality that, oh, I should have not done this. Okay, now he doesn't want you to view this. So what need to be done? Don't say delete the message for everyone. Okay, Just think ideologically from Azure standpoint and try to say that. Now, he doesn't want us to view the file. So what can be done from Christopher's side?
Maybe block the
Restrict.
IPs, whitelist the IP and blacklist them.
Okay. So whatever you do right now, it will generate only the new URL. For an example, allowed IP address or whatever mechanism. You have a permission model also. Like even though you change the permission model, even though you change the time right now, it will reflect only for the new URL. Okay. For an example, now you're making a change in the time. Rather than 2 a.m. in the morning, just remove the 2 and put 1. Now we are changing the time. Just there is a 2, right? Remove that 2 and make it as 1 a.m. in the morning. So whenever you make a change, you want to click on generate SaaS token and URL. Correct. Click on generate SaaS token and URL. This will create a new one. Copy the last one, blob SaaS URL, copy that and put it in the line number 7. Now what happens here? There is a small change between the line number 5 and line number 7. If you have a quite look into it, there will be a change. The line
The
number
entire
5.
SIG
Time
is different.
time has been changed.
Yeah. The line number
SIG
5
is
will work.
completely different.
Yeah. The line number 5 will work around at 2 a.m. The line number 7 will work around at 1 a.m. So whatever the changes you are making, like whitelisting, changing the permission model or changing this, that will be reflected only to the new URL. So my question is like, already he shared the line number 5 in the WhatsApp group. Now he feels that he doesn't want us to view the file. So what can be done? This is my question. The time is there, but he feels
we
that
can delete the file from the
we can
container.
delete. Who is that, sir?
Copy now.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, 2 people have answered it correctly. It's very simple, boss. If you delete the file from the storage account, no one can able to view it, even though you have a good time, even though you have a other things. The guys can't able to view it because just read the URL, open that URL. What it is basically doing, it is going into the storage account, which is called Christopher today's date, and it is going into the container called Azure, and it is trying to read the file, right? That's how the URL is being designed. Now, if you delete this file from the storage account, the people can able to access it, even though we have a lot of time. Guys, they both are correct or wrong?
Correct.
No, people will
But
not be able to access this file.
Sorry, Dinesh.
The people will not able to access this file after
Yeah,
deletion
yeah.
of the file.
Yeah, that was I was asking. So if you delete the file, the people can't able to access it. Okay, that can be done. Perfect.
Yes.
Now I make my question very harder. Okay, so you should not delete the file or you should not rename the file, but you want the people not to view it. Then what can be done? I repeat my question one more time. Already you created a blob SaaS token URL, you have done it, and you have shared the line number 5 over the WhatsApp. So we have a lot of time because the URL will expire around at 2 o'clock. Okay, so we have a lot of time. Now you feel that the people should not view that message. So you have to take some step. Okay, you should not delete the file or you should not rename the file. If you make any alterations or something, which will generate a new URL and that will be applicable for the new URL only. So I want something to be done on the line of 5 so that the people can't able to view it. So what can be done?
So we can allow particular IP only.
That what, sir? You make any changes, you allow the IP address or you do anything that will be applicable only for the new set of URL. Okay.
We need to set some permissions.
Even you make any permission change or something, already the line number 5 which has been generated. Okay. So that cannot be modified, right? You make a change in the permission, start time, expiry time, allowed IP address, you do anything that will be applicable only for the new URL because which is already been generated. Line 5 is already generated. That is my point. Okay. I know that this is a little bit tricky for you to answer, but I hope everyone are clear with my question. Can I have a quick round of S if you're clear with my question?
Yes.
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 Yes,
Okay.
Satish.
Yes,
Yes.
Satish.
Instead
I
of
want to
making it
understand.
public, we
Yeah.
can make it as a private.
Yeah. Whatever you do, it is only for the new set. Okay. The line number 5 is already generated. Okay. Now how you can able to handle this? Okay. I want to understand the problem. I don't want the solution. If you understand the problem, then if I give you the solution, you can understand it better. Perfect. Now let's try to understand it. Okay. Now just type storage account in the search. We will just try to understand what can be done. Just type storage account. Click on the storage account. Minimize the outer one for the better visual. Outer one in the sense there is a storage account which is written on the top left side. Can you able to see? And next towards that, yeah, click on the arrow mark. Always do this, okay, so that it will be looking good. Now, in the left hand side, there is something called security and networking. Expand it. And you have access keys. Click on it. And let's have a small talk right now. Now Christopher is there and I'm Satish here. So we both become friends in Instagram. Okay. He gives me a request, I accept, and I give a request, he accepted. We both become friends each other right now. Since we become a friends each other, can I able to log in Christopher Instagram account in my mobile device? Can I able to do that?
No.
Sorry, come again.
No, credentials
No.
are
Yes.
needed.
Because
Yeah.
credential is needed. So I can't able to log in as Instagram in my device for sure. Like the same way, every portal, it has a username, it has a password, or it has a token mechanism to go into it. Okay. Now, what it is doing, the username here is a storage account. Okay. And there is a key one. Click on the show button, the first option. Key one is there now. Now you can able to see this is the password. So if anyone has this username and if anyone has this password, they are allowed to go into the storage account and they can do anything they want. Okay. And it is very hard for cracking this password. See how big it is. So cracking this password is impossible. Okay. Now, based on this key one only, the line number 5 is being generated. If you all remember, when I click on generate SaaS, I showed you there are like two keys, key 1 and key 2. And I said that I will talk about these keys after 5-10 minutes. And now it's a time to talk about. And we just generated this line number 5 based on the key 1. Okay. If you all remember that, I believe. Now, that particular key 1 is being used right now. Click on show, click on show. Yeah, hold on. Now, based on that key one only, the line number 5 is being generated. Now it uses the password that starts with H. Click on rotate key. Rotate key option is there next to the key one. Key one is there now. Yeah, click on rotate. The password will be rotated. Now it starts with H. You click on S, not a problem. Now it starts with A. So there is a new set of password which has been updated to your account right now. So if someone who tries to log in with the old password, can they able to get into the picture? Definitely the answer is no. Like the same way, now you just try to refresh. See, it's not working. Why it is not working? Even though we have a lot of time. When this URL is going to expire? This URL is going to expire around at 2 a.m. in the morning. What's the time now? Now the time is 6:17 in this laptop. Okay. So this, we have a lot of time. We didn't edit or we didn't rename, we didn't do anything on the file, but the people can't able to access it because that token that we generated on the line number 3, it's not matching with this guy, so it will not open. Everyone are clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Satish.
Yes.
Okay, so this is something important that you need to understand. Okay, both the line number 5 and both the line number 7 will not work because both the 5 and 7 has been generated based on the key 1. Okay, now the key 1 password has been rotated, so if you try, it will not work for sure. Okay, you can just play around in your computer whenever you have a time so that you will understand even more higher the ladder. So let's move on to the next topic right now. Minimize and completely go to the portal.azure.com and click on the container in the left hand side, data storage, click on container, click on Azure. And now you have something called access tier, and the access tier which is known as hot. Can you able to see that? Next to last modified, you see the access tier is hot. Now let's make it into cool. How to make it? Click on the PDF. You have one PDF, right? Click on it. Now next to the delete button, you have change tier. Click on it and select the drop down list and make it as cool. And basically you have 4 different access tiers: hot, cool, cold, and archive. Okay, now make it cool and click on save. Close this guy, go ahead and check. Now the access tier will be cool. No, close this guy. You can able to check from here. The access tier is cool. Now make it as cold. You know how to do it. Click on the file. Yeah, click on change tier and make it as cold. Okay, click on save. Go ahead and check. Close this notification. Yeah, close this guy. Now you can able to see that it is cold. Okay, make it as hot. Okay, now it became hot. What is this access tier and what is cold and what is hot and what is this is about? Let's learn about this higher the ladder. Now you can go to the Google search engine, the next tab that you have, and you can just type Azure Storage Account access tier pricing. Access tiers pricing. Yeah, click on the all option. All. Yeah, click on the first URL. The first one. Yeah, click on it. Just scroll down. You will see some box called hot, cool, cold, and other thing. Yeah, hold on. No, above. Little bit above. Yeah, hold on here. Now, most of the people here are Indian people. Okay, if you have a currency in Indian rupee, that would be better. So above you have a currency. Just click on it and just choose Indian rupee. You have a currency option under the drop down list. No, above. Yeah, make it Indian rupee. Okay. Now you can able to see that the cost would be changed into Indian rupee. Now, what is this table is about and what is this hot, cool, cold, and archive? Let's try to discuss about it. Okay. Now you are pushing your data into the cloud. Okay. You are pushing your 1 GB or 500 GB, whatever the GB of data that you have, you are uploading into your storage account. So how much data that you're putting inside the cloud, the charge is going to be based on it. Okay. If you're putting like first 50 TB, you will be falling under the row number 2. More than that, row number 3. More than 500 TB or something, okay, then you fall under the row number 3. Okay, we are not going to push that much of huge data, so we are going to fall under the row number 1. Now let's take an example that you're pushing 5 GB of data into the storage account. If you are keeping the access tier as hot, then you're going to be charged 1.5 rupees per GB per month. Just think how cheap it is. Okay, it's very minimalistic cost that you're going to pay. And if you're just keeping the access tier as cool, per GB is going to cost 3 times very lesser, that is 0.8. And again, same 1 GB of data, if you're keeping inside the access tier of, no, just click somewhere. Now, if you just keep it under cold, you're going to pay again 3 times very lesser, that is 0.31. If you keep in archive, you're going to pay very lesser, which is like 0.17 per GB. Okay, that is the cost that you're going to pay when you keep the same 1 GB of amount inside Archive. So there are like multiple tiers are there. Those are known as access tiers: hot, cool, cold, and Archive. So different pricing are there, but the quantity is same, which is per GB. Why this designer scheme? It's very simple. Now you have a mobile phone with you. If you open your gallery, there will be multiples of photos and videos that will be there. Whether if I ask a question that all the images, all the videos, which are really, really important for you, and the answer would be no. Okay. There might be 50, 100 pictures which might be very important to your personal life. Okay. And rest of the other image which is not needed for you, but you have the data inside your mobile. Okay. And even in this laptop, Christopher has multiple tabs and multiple files inside this laptop. And whether he is sitting and using all the files and all the softwares on the daily basis, definitely the answer is no. So we are human beings. So we are designed in a way that we can't able to use everything on a single day. So the system knows that. Okay. Now, if you want to use any file very frequently, then you keep under the hot and you pay 1.5 rupees per GB. If you're something like going to use a file very rarely, like 30 days once or something like that, you put in cool. You are using a file like 90 days once or something like that, put under cold. Sir, this file is no longer needed for me, but someday or the other day, if I need, then I will use it. Those kind of data you can put in Archive so that you can just save your cost. So just use it wisely to save your cost as well. So that's the reason we have multiple access tiers, which is known as hot, cool, cold, and Archive. Everyone are clear with the subject of this? Can I have a quick
Pradeep,
round of
I have
thumbs now?
a quick question on
Yes.
this. Let's say I have put in the data in the cool, right? And but the business requires, okay, and suddenly I stop using that data. Does it automatically switch the tier, or like will it still be in the hot? And my question is again the vice versa. I have a
Oh,
data in the
I
cold,
got it.
and
I got it. So you can just create a rule for it. Okay. If you want to manage it like the system needs to do automatically, you can just create a rule so that the rule is going to do the process for you. Okay. What I can just do for you, I will let you know the process, how it can be done. Hold on your breath. Till this point, everyone are clear how the process is working? Hot, cool, cold, and Archive. Everyone, can I have a
yeah,
quick round of
yeah,
yes,
Yes.
no?
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So I will answer this question at the end of the day, and I have something else to talk about it. Let me do that. Now you can
Sure.
just go to the portal.azure.com. Okay. Now we just toggled between the first three. I kept hot, I kept cold, and I kept cool. And I was toggling between each thing, and the tiers were changing on. Right. So you can always change the first three at any point of time. The toggling will be happening within a fraction of a minute. So we have something called Archive, which is very, very cheaper, right? So if there is some cheaper cost is there will be certain disadvantage also are going to be there that we need to understand. Now it's a time to learn about that. Let's learn about the disadvantage of Archive. Let's click on the file and you just follow my things. Don't click anything extra. Click on access tier, change tier, which means change tier. Select the drop down box as Archive. Hold on. Okay. Don't click anything else. Yeah. Now, when you click on Archive, you can able to see that setting the access tier, okay, will make your blob inaccessible until it is dehydrated back to hot or cool, which will take several hours. What is this? Let's try to learn about this in a detailed way. Now, cancel this button. Cancel this guy. Click on the file called PDF. Click on OK. Now, currently the access tier is hot. Correct? Yeah. No, yeah. Click on the PDF. Now you have an option called download. Can you able to see? Just click on download. So what will happen? Basically, this particular file has been downloaded to his local machine. We don't want to open it. We know that. So now this file is downloaded to the local machine. Now let's make the access tier to Archive. Click on change tier and click on Archive. So when you make this guide to Archive, the file will be inaccessible. Okay. until you are dehydrating back to hot or cool when you want to access it. And during this process of bringing the file from archive to hot or archive to cool, which will take several hours. Now you made hot to cool. It took only fraction of minute. From cool to hot, it took only again fraction of minute to make a change. But when you make this to archive, the file you cannot able to utilize. Okay, the PDF is no longer will be available for you when you keep under archive. Okay, if you want to use a PDF, then you want to bring that guy either to hot or cool. Okay, and it will not be happening within a minute. It will take several hours. How many hours? I'm not sure. Can I able to track? You can't able to track. Okay, so it will take several hours. It can take 1 hour, or it can take 5 hours, or it can take 10 hours. I'm not sure about it. Okay, it will take several hours, but it will not take in days. Okay, click on save. Now go ahead and check the access tier. It would be archive. Okay, now try to download the PDF to the local machine. Click no. Click on the file. Try to download. The download button is grayed out. You can't able to access it, or you can't able to share it with someone, because even though you share it, it will not work because the file you cannot able to access it. That was a clear instruction which was given. So the blob which will become inaccessible, if you want to use it, you want to bring that guy either to hot or cool. Okay, now you feel that, hey boss, I need to use this file. Okay, so in order to save the cost I kept over there, so I need to bring it back. So click on change tier and make it as hot. Okay, wait for a minute. Don't click on save. Wait. Now you have a dehydration priority, which is standard, and click on the drop down list. You have another option called high. Click on high. What is high and what is standard? Now you know the process how it is going to work. Now you want to make this guy from archive to hot to use the file. I want to use this file very immediately. My client is asking, or in order to save money, I kept an archive. Now there is an urgency. I need this data back. So if there is an urgency, then click on the high as a priority. No, sir, it's not important. Let it come whenever it needs. So then you can choose standard. So whenever you get the more services, you have to pay more money. Okay, when you choose high, definitely the cost will be high the ladder. So now let's keep it high and let's click on save. So when I keep on high, whether it'll be changing within a minute, definitely the answer is no. Again, it will also take several hours. But when compared to standard, high will be somewhat faster, and you cannot able to track or you cannot make any decision calls here. So it will take a time. Now just check the access tier. The access tier is still archive and the dehydration is pending to hot. It will take a time. How much time? I'm not sure about it. Meanwhile, can able to access the file? You can't able to access. Once it is fully migrated, then only you can able to use it. Okay. I hope everyone are clear with this. Can I have a quick round of S now if you're clear with the access tier?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's clear.
Yes.
So we know very well that whenever there is something cheap, we have certain disadvantage. When there is something higher the ladder, we get benefit out of it. The same thing which is working. And one guy who asked me this question, like how this can be automated, like I don't want to manage it manually. So is there any way that toggling can happen automatically? Definitely the answer is yes. Just go to the storage account. If anyone is getting delay, okay, you can just drop off, or if you want to sit and you want to learn something, you can just hit here. Approximately, I will just take 1 or 2 minutes, not more than that. Click on the storage account. In the left hand side, just keep on scrolling down and you have something called data management. Expand it. And inside that, you will have life cycle management. Click on it. So let's create a new rule here. Okay. Click on add a rule. So just give a name called rule 1. Okay. And click on next. Now what you can do, you can just create a rule. Okay. If else, like if then, like that, you can just create a rule. If a last modified date of the file is greater than 30 days, which means that the files are not used very frequently now. So the last modified date is greater than 30 days, just type the number as 30. Then what is the condition? I want to move this file to cool. Click on the drop down box. Move to cool storage. Click on it. You selected cold, make it cool. Okay. Now you have another condition. Add another condition. If the last modified date is greater than 60 days, I want to make it as cold. Okay. Add a condition. There is another button which is there called add condition. Add condition button is there in mid of your screen. Click on it. Again, you have a if and then condition. Just type 50 or 60, any number, 50 or 60. Then move to cold. It's automatically selected. Yeah, it's correct. Click on add. So you can just create a rule so that the rule is going to work for you, not a human being. Click on add. Clear, sir? The person who asked me this question, clear?
Yep, it is clear. And does it happen automatically by the Microsoft in case, like, the file is in the cool and suddenly we start using it more?
Automatically, it happens based on the rule that we set. Okay. Don't want to do any kind of manual interventions.
Okay.
Now, you know how to create. 1 minute. Meanwhile, you can just go ahead and delete the storage account. Okay, in the background. And guys, like, how to do the process. Like, how to create a storage account and how to choose the redundancy and how to upload a file and how to share it with someone and how to revoke the access even though we have a timeout of it. And about the access keys and about the access tiers and about many things. Okay. Just please make sure that you are practicing the labs, whatever we are doing on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so that it will be helpful. Just go ahead to the resource group. No, just go ahead. No, don't do like this. Okay, go inside the resource group. Yeah, click on it. Delete the resource group. That's the right way. Okay, because yesterday I talked about it. And if you missed it, you can just have a view on it. So deleting the resource group is the right way. Okay, in middle of the screen, you have delete resource group. So these are the things that we did. So just please make sure that you are doing your labs very frequently whenever we do it. Okay. And just try to have a small notes, handwritten notes by yourself that will make sense. I repeat the statement. Just try to have a small handwritten notes by yourself that will save your life. Because if you open the internet, if you just type Azure, there are like n number of notes are there. We have in PDF, we have in notes, or we have in PPT, we have in all format, but we human beings will not read that. That includes me as well. Okay. Even though we have a lot of content, we won't do that. Okay. Even though I share 500 pages of notes, you won't read that. I know. Okay. So always have a handwritten notes that will save your life anytime whenever you want to read it or you want to view it. It will be easier and it will be faster. Okay. So I hope you can able to get my point. And I hope we are clear for today. Are we good? Can I have a quick round of S now?
Yes.
Yes.
Class was amazing.
Yes.
Yes. So let's connect tomorrow and we will learn even more higher the ladder. Thanks all for everyone joining with me. Thank you all. And sorry for taking that.
Thank you, Satish.
Yeah.